Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. The COLA numbers are out and they aren't good. So what can we do to beat inflation? We can all agree that the numbers don't add up. The COLA is never enough to make up the difference between the actual pain that we're feeling wherever we're spending our money and the adjustment to our benefits, disability compensation or dependency indemnity compensation or your Social Security benefits. Now, well, for those of you that actually do have the ability to utilize a couple of these other benefits, it could drive your income up substantially. And it's important to share this information because if you're not really aware of what's out there, you might be going down the wrong path and have lackluster results. So with that, I want to dive into how you can combat your own reality of inflation, whatever your spending habits are. We all can agree that it feels as though it's much more than it was just a few short years ago. So how can you combat that? How can you increase your income utilizing VA benefits? I'm not talking about disability compensation. I'm talking about leveraging other benefits out there to increase your income. Let's talk about it. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, consider being a member. You can do that by going to the homepage. You'll see the highlighted members and the join button. Thank you so much to all you members. I truly appreciate your support. All right. So what I'm talking about is two specific benefits. They are Chapter 31, I think, right? Post 9/11 GI Bill. Excuse me. Chapter 31 is VRE, Veterans Readiness and Employment, still one of them. The other is Chapter 33, which is the post 9/11 GI Bill. So either one of those. So either Chapter 33 as the post 9/11 GI Bill or Veterans Readiness and Employment. Now, how do you leverage this? You could leverage this into utilizing it for a specific career, and it's accepted at, for example, the Automotive Dealership Institute. I'm throwing this out there because this is such a game changer for veterans because we tend to just hyper focus on go get a 4-year degree. What are you going to do with your four-year degree? And who are you competing against for what jobs with your 4-year degree? And is it really going to pay the bills? So the Automotive Dealership Institute really broadens your ability to earn high income anywhere throughout the nation. I'm talking about over 6 figures. The average was over $200,000 for finance managers in the automotive world. Now, here's the interesting part. It's not just automotive. It could be a motorcycle dealership, could be RVs, could be tractors, whatever it is that has that type of kind of secured shorter term financing, you could earn big dollars. Now, what's great about the Automotive Dealership Institute is, and I'm going to drop the information in the description below, they accept both VRE and Chapter 33 post 9/11 GI Bill. So they accept both of those. And I'm going to read a little bit to you about their school. I'm going to tell you off the top of my head, it's a 30-day program. You go through that 30-day program, and again, the average income throughout the nation, obviously somebody in South Dakota is going to earn differently than somebody who's in California, right? But regardless, the income is high. It's a 4-week course, and they at the end of it help you find a job through their networks, right? They've been in business for over 30 years, and they have an over 90% job placement within the first 90 days of graduation. So what does it mean that they're approved to utilize post 9/11 GI Bill or VRE, Veterans Readiness and Employment? It means that your school is paid for, and you get your subsistence allowance or your housing allowance while you're going to the school. So this is fantastic. And again, look, it might not be your cup of tea. You might not enjoy being around automobiles or trucks or motorcycles or tractors or RVs or whatever it is, right? You might not enjoy any of that stuff. I get it. But for those that are like, oh yeah, I do kind of like those things, whatever one of those, and I could see myself working and, figuring out that here's the math, right? A 5-year loan, a 7-year loan, a 8-year loan, whatever, at this interest rate equals this amount. And guess what? If you want to shorten that up, I can get you a lower interest rate and so forth. I was in mortgages, for probably about 12 years. So I did mortgages. I was a sales manager, ran a team, and I enjoyed it. The 2007, 2008 timeframe was pretty rough. I stuck in there for a few more years after that, and I ended up leaving the mortgage industry in 2010. And so I get finance. I enjoyed the mortgage finance aspect of it, the terms, the interest rate, the payments, and how all those things worked out. This school dives deep into what you need to know so you have the up-to-date, today, now education on the systems that are utilized at these different dealerships throughout the nation. So when you're looking for that type of a job, it's not walking in, I don't know anything. It's I got the most recent training on all of this stuff. So let me just run through a little bit on the website here. And if you're interested, I highly recommend reaching out. Reach out. They have a veterans advocate there that works with veterans who can answer any questions for you. And whether it's for you, a loved one, whoever, a friend, share the information, because I think that this is, at a minimum, it's at least opens up the awareness. But this could be a hidden road to a fantastic career for some folks, right? Again, it's not for everybody, but if this is potentially in your wheelhouse and you're interested in it, reach out. Look, information's free. Get the information you need to make a decision. All right, so I'm going to read a few things here just to give you a little more information. Again, I'll drop everything in the description as well. So the Automotive Dealership Institute is ADI. Okay, ADI is the nation's only licensed and government-approved F&I, which is finance and insurance school, and the only F&I school to accept the post-9/11 GI Bill, located in Arizona, and currently offering classes virtually for your comfort and safety on their website here. And they said they've been helping aspiring automotive industry professionals kickstart their careers as F&I managers for over 30 years. And again, this is directly off the website. There's a little more information here, and I'll go ahead and wrap it up, but I wanted you to just be aware. So it says, ready to change your life. ADI, the Automotive Dealership Institute, has been the nation's licensed F&I school, providing industry-leading finance and insurance manager training for over 3 decades. That's 30 years. Our state-of-the-art classrooms are equipped with real F&I computers and all the necessary software to structure and print your transactions. So you're getting real experience, and that's why they have the 90% plus success rate in getting you a job. So it moves on here to say ADI prepares your professional resume, conducts one-on-one practice job interviews, and helps you set up your interviews. Our team will work with you until you are hired as an F&I manager. ADI, again, Automotive Dealership Institute, is approved by the Veterans Administration, and we welcome veterans looking to use their post-9/11 GI Bill benefits for their education. Your VA benefits can cover your tuition along with a stipend for housing and other expenses. So the phone number is 877-222-7107, and again, I'll put it in the description information and to their website. I'm just going to throw this out there to you. If this is something that you're interested in, and let's just, for example, say you have post-9/11 GI Bill, and this is 1 month long, what I personally, this is just me, if this is the route that I go, and I almost went this route back when I was leaving the mortgage industry. I had some friends in automotive, and they loved it, and I almost went that way. Instead, I went into traditional banking as my segue from mortgage finance. In any case, if this is the route that I went, and I had post-9/11 GI Bill, for example, what I would do is I would absolutely not use my GI Bill for this program, right? Or for a bachelor's. What I would do is I would use it for this program first. 1 month gone, right? So I use my 1 month. Then what I would do is after I get hired on somewhere, or even directly after, right? As soon as this is done, I would start an online school. or a school down the street from me or whatever, right? Where it's minimal in-person stuff. And I would do that school to drive in the additional BAH, right? So if I had a school that was wherever you live, right? You live in Houston, Texas, for example, right? Go to a school in Houston, Texas, community college, whatever, and hey, I show up once a week to a class or whatever. All the rest are online, and get my housing allowance there while I'm looking for work, right? Because you're not going to get the job the day after, right? The average is within 90 days. Okay, well, what if it takes 90 days? I still have my BAH coming in. I have my VA disability coming in, and life is pretty good. Then, once I land the job, now my question is can I sustain doing my college kind of on the back side here, right? Working and doing college. Can I sustain that? If the answer is yes, great. More money, which is good, in your pocket, pay off your bills, whatever. And then at the end of it, now you have a degree in whatever. Maybe it's in line, right, with the industry that you're now in, and that will help you get promoted into another position, maybe 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years down the road. So just kind of the forward thinking aspect of it is kind of what I would do. There's two things, right? We can all agree. There's two things when you are receiving your post 9/11. One is great, you're getting an education, but two is you're getting that housing allowance, which is fantastic. And sometimes I think that we, as a veteran community, sometimes make the decision on the housing allowance first with the education second, which is fine while you're going through whatever you're going through. But as soon as that's over and the housing stops, now what job are you going to get, right? Did you pick the right avenue to go down? Again, if this is something that you're interested, reach out to them and ask them. And as a worst case scenario, if this just opens up your mind a little bit to the different opportunities out there, reach out. Have conversations with people and pick a job that you want to do that pays well, right? Get that education training under your belt. Go get that job. Then keep going to college. There's no, if you want, keep going. And maybe it's in line with what you're doing if you want to continue to pursue it so you can get promoted later and that type of stuff. And then you're also receiving the housing allowance while you're going through it, right? So anyway, that's my little soapbox. I hope you have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.